Welcome back sa aton nga application development and emerging technologies. So we are currently in lesson 102. So we gonna perform Crud operation. So in this Crud operation we will have our create first. So as you can see, this is our overall task that we're gonna do at the end of this video. So you can have your create and only create. So open your VS Code. In your VS Code, open your folder. So as you open your folder, if you are not yet, then open it. And then we're gonna make our first model by typing PHP artisan make model. Then by making model, we need to emphasize what is the name of our model, and also we need to create the migration. So first I'm gonna create task model. Then to create migration, we need to put -m and then enter. So as you can see, we are successfully created the model and the migration. So you can find it in app model and the name, then in database migration. So let's see where it's our migration go. So as you can see, we have the migration of create table task, and we can put our attributes here. So for example, we have the title, description, and completed. So we have the type like string, and then text and boolean. So you already know what that means. Now let's go to our model. So our model, find it in apps model. Then so you can see we have the task model. Then whatever it is in our migration, that's what we're gonna put in our protected fillable. So protected fillable allows you to update and manipulate database or your table. So as you can see, we're changing it to have the exact attributes from our migration. So remember that it cannot be added if it's not in your migration. So hindi pwedeng mag-add ka dala sa model mo nga wala sa imo nga migration. Ano natin nga tandaan. Then next, we're gonna migrate para at least masulod ang aton nga migration schema into actual database. So we check kung nagsulod man gid siya. Typing localhost. So kinahanglan may exam ka mo. Then find your database. So mine is apptask.db. So as you can see, we have the task table with ID, title, description, completed and created and updated at. So this is our task table. So as you can see, we are successfully added our task table in the database. Now we will try to make form so we can send data from our front end or our view, and then we can send it to our controller. So first I'm gonna go to resources, pages, then make task folder, and then index.view. Then always remember that in making view component, we are always starting with script, then the template. So I'm gonna type script, then set up, so after that we need a template. Just don't mind the auto correction because I have the extension sa akon nga VS Code nga nag-auto correct siya. So as you can see, we are completed with our template and script. So now, in order to access this page, we need to put so we already discussed, we need to put the routes. So let's go to our routes. So remember that the script is the one who send data or receive data from your controller, and then the template is the one that amo na siya ang ga-display sa aton nga browser. So the purpose of the script is just to render and send data going to our controller, and the template dira sulod ang inyong HTML file. So now, aton niya kapihon ni ang aton niya form. So just we can have our input form. So if dasig, you can pause our video and then try to copy all the HTML text that I have written. So I'm gonna put the title like task list. Then we go to our route and then add this route so we can access our page. So let's say this is task, then list, then task.list. So first we need a controller. So in order to make a controller, open your terminal, type HP artisan make controller, then the name of your controller. So for this, I'm gonna make task controller, then enter. So successfully created. Let's go to the app, HTTP controller, then you have your task controller. So in this controller, this is the one that we're gonna use in our route. So instead of user, change it to task controller, and then in order to use this, you need to use the controller itself or the class itself in upper portion. Use, then I'm gonna delete some data like users because our class or controller, the task controller, is not inside the user folder. As you can see, using the namespace, you can see using this namespace, and then this is your name of your class controller. Then this is your namespace, and then this is the name of your class controller. So remember that you have your controller or class, then you have your function inside that class, which is namely index. So let's optimize this. So see what is the error of this code, because as you can see, we don't have any function inside our task controller. So first we're gonna serve our project by typing php artisan serve, then we need to run also the npm run dev. Now accessing the URL in our browser. So as you can see, it's still loading. We need a proper URL, so we need to copy this. Just copy and then paste it in our browser. Now makita ta ng aton nga project. So we have the login. So first we need to access our task list. So type task, then list. As you can see, I wrongly typed the task. So as you can see, call to undefined method in our controller, which is namely index. So we need to make that function inside our controller. So let's go to our controller and make the function public function, then index, then we need the inertia. So we change it to inertia render. So first we need to use the inertia in the top. So as you can see, the error is now gone. They have a little bit typo. So as you can see now, it's no error. So as you can see, we have the task and then the index. So we have the white blank page because there is no data inside our page. So let's see why it's not rendering. So we have the error. We need to import first the component like text label or input label. Let's see our video. Now if you can see, still not rendering. So you can see I changed it to form, so because that's the standard. So add this import form, then we need to change the form in our template. So pause the video and then copy all the template we have. Now we need to make the route, which is post, and then create task, create. Then inside our controller we need the public function, create request. As you can see, Then after that, let's try if it's functioning. So when you save the task, you can see now that the data you added from the form is passing to your controller.